Hi, I'm William Vokey. Please make a donation to Carnegie's annual fund. Your donations directly support programs like the video you're about to watch. These are difficult times. Help keep alive these voices for ethics. Visit carnegiecouncil.org, click the heading Mark Support. Thanks.
I talked to an Indian diplomat, and it was his opinion that the UN is going to become less important and that they weren't really pushing to be a member, in his view, of the permanent P-5, Security Council. He was emphasizing the growing importance of the G-20 and whether or not the G-20 is going to, in effect, become the vehicle that overcomes the deficiencies of the Security Council. I'd be interested in your reaction.
Yeah, I think that is a very interesting point. And we see throughout the Security Council's history that there have been, in essence, competing bodies out there. You know, for a while, the G7, the G8, now the G20. I am fairly skeptical that it will emerge as a full competitor to the Security Council because, number one, international law privileges the Security Council. The G20 has no status in international law. It's an informal gathering. The Security Council sits at the pinnacle of international law, and that in turn makes it a place where countries want to go, need to go for legitimation. And for that reason, I do not see the G20 replacing the Security Council, also, or even kind of superseding it informally. Also, the Security Council meets every day. The G20 meets sporadically. I simply don't see the kind of linkages, the kind of depth within the G20 that the Security Council provides. It doesn't surprise me that India, which I think has grown very frustrated with the Security Council expansion process, would kind of tout the virtues of the G20 because they're on the G20 and they're not on the Council permanently. But I do not think that you will see the G20 kind of moving into the Security Council's domain. I think on economic matters, which is something the Council has never really handled, the G20 will play a role. But on peace and security issues, I don't see the G20 emerging.